Hey everyone, I'm Chase of Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and this is our overview of the hydration packs from Geigerrig. All right everyone, thanks for checking in. So today in this video, we're gonna do an overview of the 3 hydration packs from Geigerrig that we offer here at Rocky Mountain. We have a lot of different hydration packs to choose from on our website, but when it comes to Geigerrig, there are some features about these that we really like that make them pretty unique, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So you can see there are 3 different sizes up here, so we'll talk about each one, the capacity that you're getting. But the big features here that I really like about these packs is, one, the durability on these is excellent. You also have great fitment, very comfortable packs, but also a big selling feature about these is their pressurized hydration system. So water bladders will come included with each one of these, but the big difference with their system, and we'll show you here in just a moment, is that it's pressurized. With a normal hydration bladder, you have to bite down on the bite valve and start to suck out of the sip tube to get water out. With their system, it's pressurized, so you can actually just spray water into your mouth. So it's really easy to drink out of. It's very convenient. I don't know about you, but when you're really huffing and puffing and then you got to try and suck on a sip tube, kind of difficult sometimes. So it's nice to have that pressurized system, but there's also some other practical uses with that pressurized bladder that we will talk about. So before we get there, let's talk about the 3 different packs, the different sizes, and help you decide which one's going to be best for you. So first up, you've got the Rig 300. So the number 300 stands for cubic inches of storage capacity. That's what you get in here, so it's the smallest of the bunch. So what's nice about these, like I said, really good construction on these. So with the Rig 300, you've got a 1680 denier fabric, so nice and heavy duty. Moving on to the Rig 700, you now have 700 inches of storage capacity. Now with the 700, what I want to point out is when you go from the 300 to the 700, you're going to jump up in price. You're about $112 for the 300, and then you're going to start about $150 around there for the 700. But you're now getting 500 denier Cordura fabric. So Cordura makes super heavy duty fabric, so excellent construction. And now you're getting YKK zips on the 700 as well. The water bladder in this is going to be 70-ounce water bladder, so 2 liters. That's what you're getting with the Rig 300 as well. And then lastly, you jump up to the big one. You get the Rig 1600. So 1,600 cubic inches of capacity. Also with this, you're getting a 3-liter hydration bladder, 100 ounces, so a much bigger bladder there. And as you can see, with these, as you step up, you're getting a lot more storage capacity. With the 300, you're just going to have one large main compartment where your bladder is going to live. You have a smaller pocket on the front. With the 700, other than your hydration storage compartment, you also have a very large pocket here on the front, which inside that has a lot of different organizational compartments as well. And then with that 1600, you've got 2 large storage compartments on the front, and then you have a 3rd compartment that's just going to be just for the water bladder. You'll also notice too on the 16 that you've got these side pockets. You also have a pretty large belt on the 1600 as well that does have some smaller pockets. So as a rider, if you like a larger belt to go around your waist, that's what you get with the 1600. So you kind of look at these and decide which size is going to be best for you. If you want minimalistic, 300, right in the middle, the sweet spot, which I would like, would be the 700, and then you got the big one. So those are the 3 packs. But now let's talk about their hydration system and how that works, because like I said, that's the big selling feature with these. And before I get to that real quick, what I want to show you is when I flip around this 700, here's what I like on these. So the 700 is a little bit different. On the right side here, your hydration tube is going right inside that sleeve. So what's nice about that is it's completely concealed. So when you are riding, maybe you're in some really dusty conditions, you're not exposing the sip tube, so it's not going to get dirty. On the other 2 packs, you're not going to get that. But then you'll notice too, on this left side here, it's going to be similar on the 7 and the 1600, but underneath this, you have what they call their power bulb. So I'm going to show you this here in just a moment, but just so you see how that works, that's where it tucks in. And that's what you're going to use to pressurize their system. So let's talk about that next. So do that back up real quick. So here is their water bladder. So this is a 100 ounce. This is a 3-liter bladder that's going to come included in the 1600. And what's cool about these bladders is that you can buy these separately. So if you already have a hydration pack, and you don't want to invest in a new pack, but you like the idea of the pressurized system, you can buy this by itself and you can still use it in any hydration pack. So don't think you have to get the pack to have these. But here's what's cool. So as you can see, I've got this thing filled up with water. Now, when it comes time to use it, you can use it like a regular old hydration pack if you want to. If you're not going to pump it up, you can still use the bite valve, just like any other hydration pack. And what I like about this bite valve is you can actually turn this off and on. So when you go time to drink, you just flip it on, and then you can close it off if you do want to. But here's your power bowl. And I just talked about this on that Rig 700. So when it comes time to pressurize this, it's pretty simple. You'll notice here, sip tubes right here in the front, like any other hydration bladder. But when you flip it around, you're going to notice, see this darker fabric on the outside here? This is actually a separate air compartment. And when I start to pressurize this, it's actually going to pump up this compartment on the back with air, which is going to force the water out of the sip tube. So what you got to do, it's real simple, just start pumping it. Now what I have found, because I tested these to kind of figure out how many pumps it takes to get enough pressure in here for you to start spraying water out of the nozzle or out of the bite valve. So it's about 15 pumps with a full bladder before you have enough pressure to start spraying water into your mouth. Now about 25 pumps on a full bladder, that gave me about 15 to 20 seconds of drinking time before I felt like it needed more pressure. Now what I need to point out though is that the less water that you have in your bladder, the more pumps it's going to take to get enough pressure in there. So a bladder that was about half full was about double the amount of pumps. So just something to keep in mind. But I'm going to start pumping this up. I'm going to count them out, 15 pumps. So there's your 15 pumps. And then you'll notice if I turn this on, watch this. There you go. It is that simple. You just pump up the air bladder. You can just use your fingers to pinch the bite valve and water will start to spray out. Or you can just put it in your mouth. You can just bite down on it and water will just start to spray out. So you don't have to suck on this once you have it pressurized. And that's what makes this system pretty unique. And I'm not going to lie, I think it's very convenient. Like I said, you know, maybe you're on a mountain bike ride and you're using it, you don't have to sit there and try and bite down and suck on it while you're trying to pedal, you're breathing heavy. You can just spray water in your mouth. Or if you're on a motorcycle ride, what I like too is, you know, maybe you're dusty, you're dirty. You could use this to just spray your face off and clean your face off. You could use it to clean your hands off. If maybe you did go down, you had a wound, you need to clean that off, well, now you have pressurized water to do that. I've even heard of people using this to actually give water to their pets if they're out on a walk. So there's a lot of different uses by having that pressurized system. But one thing I do want to point out, and it's something that I kind of discovered when I was using this setup, is that you'll notice that once I fill this up with air, it does make it pretty big. So it makes it probably more than twice the actual thickness of just having the water in there because you're filling that air bladder. So it does take up a little bit more room in your pack, so just something to be mindful of. But I'm a fan. I really like it. I like the fact that you have that option, but again, if you don't want to pump it up with air, this is all quick detach, so you can just take that right off, real simple, and then just use it as a regular old sip or bite valve and sip tube. So you got a couple different options. And like I said, if you already have a backpack and you just like the idea of the pressurized system, just buy the hydration pack. We have these in two different options as far as sizes go, the 100 and the 70 ounce. Throw in the pack that you have now and you're good to go. And I just want to point out one last thing. We have this bulb holder. So if you have a pack that isn't meant to take this hydration system, you can buy this bulb holder and you can attach it just to one of your straps on either side, and that will give you a location to secure this in place. So it just makes it a little bit easier. So if you do go with this, I'd say buy the bulb holder, or if you want to, what I did is I actually just tucked it into one of my zippers in one of my pockets, did it that way. So a couple different options there. But that is it. That is the lineup of hydration packs from Geigerrig. Again, you got three different options as far as sizing goes, so ask yourself, how big of a pack do you want? How much gear are you going to be taking with you? Are you going to use a pack for different activities besides just riding? And also, if you really like the idea of that pressurized system, that's what makes the system unique. If you guys have questions or comments about this, we want to get those answers, so make sure to leave those below. There's a lot of great customer reviews, so make sure to read those. And also, if you do have questions, you can ask those below, but you can also ask those on the product page and get answers from customers who have bought and are using this pack, this setup, and they will give you answers based on their feedback as well. To pick one up, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. All orders over $75 ship free. And remember, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. That will keep you up to date on all the latest product overviews like you saw today, our product spotlights, our bike builds, our how-to videos, everything that you need to get out there and have a good time. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.